Hi guys, for today in the morning, the first customer of the day, we're doing a starter on it. I already started like always. I don't want to walk you through so you can see what we're looking at. So basically, remove the battery, not the battery, the positive out of the battery, just so that you don't have any hot wires going on. Then after that, you got this little plastic here, just like this. You take that off. Then you got your filter housing. Has 3 bolts. You can see 1, 2, 3, and then it has a little. It has 3 hoses. There's 3 right here. There's 2, and this one on the housing. Okay. And that's it's just like that. Okay. See, let me see if I can put it back, just so you guys have an idea. So it's just like that. Okay. So you have your plug, which is right here. You just squeeze right here in the back and pull out. Gotta have it handy right there so it doesn't lose, it doesn't get lost. And this are the 3 vacuums that I'm telling you about. 2 and 1. So you can't really miss it. Take that off. You screw it from here. Okay. Take that off out of the way. Put it aside. Obviously you're gonna have your filter here. You take that off and put it aside. Then you have your 3 bolts. You take those off, those are 10. And then you have this sensor here. You take that off. So then this thing is going to come up. Okay. I'm trying to clean it. Okay. And after you take that off, you're going to have this pipe here. Kind of stuck. Just like that. And it has a bolt here. So you take that off. Just like that. And then you can start seeing the starter. The starter has a plug on it. Just this guy here. The plug's right here. Okay, so it has a little tab on it. That little tab, you press down on it. And then you can pull it out. And then you have the hot wire from the battery, which is this one. I believe that's going to be a 12. And then you got the 14s holding it. One here and one right over here. Let's see, that guy right there. Yep, that guy right there. Take those 2 out and that starter should come up. You shouldn't have to take the battery out to take this bracket out, any other stuff. So let me loosen those 2 or those 3 bolts that I'm left over with. Take that out, and then the process of putting it back together is the same. Put the starter, the bolts, the wires. You put the little thing here, the base. You screw it down. You can put this thing next, the plug, the vacuums, and then the last thing that you want to put is the filter housing. Obviously with the filter. So yeah, let me get that replaced and I'll get back to you right now. Alright guys, so I got that wire off, the 2 bolts. If you can see the sensor down here, the sensor kind of in a way, but what you gotta do is just work around it. So I'm just gonna twist the starter like that so you can get it out. So this is a starter and this is a Toyota starter, so it has a hold on very long. So yeah, let me get that new one back on, tie it down, and start assembling everything back together. Be right back. Alright guys, so this is the setup that I was using to get those bolts out of the starter on the bottom on the side, the 14. That's what I was using. Now the other trick that I always like to do is, if you can see the difference between these two nuts, one is thinner, one is bigger. I like to always use the one that was there in factory, just because it's fatter, it has more thread depth than this one. This one they tend to strip out a lot quicker. In case you over tighten it, it will strip out. So use the old one, don't use the new one that comes with the starter. Use that one and you'll be okay. So basically the starter's on. I just gotta put this nut back on, tie in this guy, and then put in the plug, and then I should be able to start putting the all the housing back again. So let me get that done and I'll get back to you. Alright guys, so I got this part back on. I put that first and then I put this one in. The reservoir here, that tank, this pipe has a hole for it, so you want to line that up to it. So basically, like right on this area here in the bottom of the pipe, line that up, and then you line it up with this hole here. So that's done. Now I just gotta put the filter, the top half. Let's see, we gotta plug this guy. Let me put this guy back on. But anyways, let me plug that, put the top half back on, and then we should be able to put the battery back on and test it. So let me do that and we'll get back to it. Alright guys, so everything is said and done. The car starts right up. Like always, share, like, subscribe, and this is an 06 Sienna. So yeah, share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright, later guys.